So there's got to be something that you want from life, whether it's a person or a job or a more stable financial situation. Maybe you just want to be happy and fulfilled in your life. But you got to understand that all of those things that is necessary for you to live a extraordinary and abundant lifestyle is doing its very best to get to you, because this is an illusion and it's being created by you, believe it or not. And really the only thing that's standing in the way is your own negativity. So, if you really want to get to a better life, if you want to manifest the things that you know you are deserving of, you have to understand that negativity that you experience is an alert. It's a messenger. It's literally the golden ticket. That's your path, your direction to go towards what you want in life. And that's because the you that has all of those things does not have the belief systems that you currently have that are being activated and shown to you through negative emotions. Again, it's a negativity, your own negativity, that is holding you back from the life that you came here to live. But that's the beautiful thing, is it's all up to you. It's completely in your control. All of that is just learned behaviors from other people, baggage that is not your own, that you've been carrying around. All of those negative and limiting beliefs simply just need to be let go of. But it's important to understand that beliefs are at the heart of everything that we experience. This entire physical reality only kind of exists because we believe it exists. So basically, what you believe and define to be true is what you experience. And all thoughts, feelings, and behaviors come from what you believe to be true. So that's why when you have an emotion, it is indicative of your belief system. Like if you're feeling really happy and proud that you got something done, you're aligning with the true and correct belief system, which is why it feels good, that I am good enough and I can accomplish and I can do what I set my mind to, and etc. Those are all the beliefs that activate emotions like that. But when you feel not good enough, that's when the negativity comes up and it's like, hey, this is a belief that's out of alignment. It's out of whack. That's why you feel like crap. That's why you feel self-deprecating, or maybe you feel financially insecure right now. That negative feeling is telling you that you're using your power, you're using your abundance to create an illusion of lack, an illusion of lack of abundance. Do you see how you're using your abundance to create lack of abundance? Because you're the only one here. You are creating your reality. That's just how it is. And you can sit there and make all these excuses till the cows come home as to why, other people affect your life, and oh no, the politics and the president, and all these people, and the people who, are in charge of the minimum wage, and my boss and my neighbors. Nah, no one is affecting your life except for you. So that kind of will lead you to adopting a sense of responsibility to everything that you feel on the inside, because everything you feel on the inside would not exist if you didn't believe it to be true. And so these negative feelings come from, like I said, negative belief systems of essentially unworthiness, guilt, shame, undeservingness, all those kinds of feelings. It's basically just fear. Because fear is the opposite of love. Not hate, it's fear. Fear is what leads people to lash out and to hate, because they forgot that they are loved. They forgot that they are powerful. And then they think that they need to express themselves via, the only way they know how, which is destructively. But you're here to not do that anymore, right? We've all been there. We've all, acted out a bit much. That's not an excuse to judge yourself, but it is an opportunity to examine what belief may have generated that within you. So really, it is as simple as identifying the belief and letting it go. The thing is we often tend to hold on to these things. And if you're doing that, if you keep going and doing this thing that you know you don't want to be doing, you gotta sit down and ask yourself, why do you believe that it serves you to hold on to something that you don't prefer? Because that's the only reason you'd be holding on to it, is you have a belief that it serves you to be not who you are, to be angry, to be depressed, to be unworthy, to be in some sort of financial or physical lack of some sort. But instead of coming from the angle of trying to get away from negativity, come from the angle of trying to move towards positivity. It's really just simple. All of this is simple. It's us who likes to complicate it. That's it. But all you gotta do is act on your passion. There's something that you're excited about doing. It doesn't have to be a career move, but there's things that you are excited about doing in your life. And if you're not doing them, well, usually it's mainly because you're attaching a illusionary fear to this thing that you want to do as greater than staying somewhere that you don't prefer. Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable to stay somewhere that you don't prefer. It's comfortable to be who you are not, because you've been taught to be that. You've been taught to conform. And so that's ultimately why it's kind of difficult to let go of some negative belief systems, because you really ultimately don't believe in your own power. Because if you really knew how powerful you were, you would be walking around here like a god. Every single one of us would. We would be, not in an arrogant way, not in a haughty, like high and mighty way, not in a I'm better than thee, not like that, just in a I know my worth and I know I'm a king, I know I'm a queen, I am royalty. It doesn't mean that I'm better than everyone else, but it means I am literally God. So do you see that very fine distinction? It's 100% love of self, but not narcissism, just full and complete self-love. So like I was saying, if you're not, taking action on your passion and your excitement, if you're not letting yourself be who you are, it's going to be way, way easy for all these negative belief systems to continue to provide you with evidence as to how you're not good enough. Because, well, what are you giving your attention to? Well, you're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you think you need to do in order to survive. You're doing what you think you should do in order to be accepted by others. And then it leads, to a life of feeling very unsuccessful, and you feel like a loser. And then you go nowhere real fast. So it's just like spinning your wheels in the mud. So ultimately, to get out of this, you got to redefine success. Because, first of all, accepting that success is an extremely nebulous concept. It really, what is it? If you're gonna be like a pop star, what is success? Is it when you got 1,000 fans? Is it when you make your first album or EP? Is it when you get 10,000 fans? Is it when you get 100,000 fans? Is it when you get 1 million? Is it when you go play at this stadium and that stadium? Is it when you're selling out all over the world? When is the success? Well, obviously the success was happening throughout, but there's no clear, definable, I am successful and this is the end of my story, it's not like, oh, happily ever after, the end, life goes on. So let's redefine success. Who you are right now, you are successful at it. What you're doing with your life, what's going on in your life, you are perfectly successful at it. Because if I were to try to create a clone of you, an exact copy of who you are right now, I would succeed. So understand that you are successful. You are. You're successful in being who you are right now. But don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm successful at being a loser. No. I mean, sure, I guess, but all of us were losers at some point in time. That doesn't mean you're not good enough. That doesn't mean you're not a winner. But when you come at it from that angle of success in a positive sense, not in a, oh, I'm an idiot, successfully an idiot. No, I'm successfully me. It's a positive self-love energy. When you come at it from that angle, you open up the energy and then you actually start moving in the direction you want to be moving in towards the things in the life that you want to be living. But you really cannot compare yourself right now to who you want to be, who you think you're going to be, or this vision of yourself in the future. Because that's also another roadblock, because you compare yourself now to the future self, this perfect self that has all the things, all the little bells and whistles are in their place. And then you feel, you come up feeling lacking because you think that you're not good enough. And then that erases your path. It takes away your stepping stones because you're invalidating what is happening right now. And what is happening right now is the exact perfect recipe to get you to where you need to go the moment you accept right now as it is. See, if you're in denial and you're trying to get away from what's happening in your life right now, you're just freezing everything up. And you're not going to get to where you want to be. And the moment you accept right now as it is, perfectly, everything is perfectly right where it needs to be. It's the perfect recipe, the launching springboard to get you to your destination, or because there's no destination, to get you forward in the life that you want to live. So it's literally, think about it, it's like you physically almost cannot move forward if you are resistant to what's happening in your life, your job, your family, your relationships, anything that's happening in your life. As long as you're trying to get away from it and be like, I don't like this, I need to get away from it, you are going to hold on to it. Now, that's not to say that you can't have preferences and that you can't prefer a different lifestyle, but recognize that where you are is where you need to be in order to learn what you need to learn, in order to grow into the person you want to be. I mean, ultimately, you don't got to worry about where you're going in life at all, because the only place to be is here. So just focus on being here now and choosing to be happy and fulfilled and excited about life, because that's how you prefer to be, isn't it? Don't you like being ecstatic, enthralled? Maybe you haven't really felt that much in your life, but I can tell you from personal experience that feeling genuine euphoria and ecstasy and excitement and just this alive energy, it is a stark contrast. It is so amazing compared to this I'm not good enough feeling that we've all had our time in. So you got to accept where you're at right now. And like I said, you're successful at being who you are right now. You got to use up who you are right now, almost like an energy. You got to use up that energy of who you are right now in order for the new version of you to come in. Don't you see? Like you gotta own it. Own everything. The flaws and the perfections. All of it. And then when you genuinely and honestly own that negative feeling is when it vanishes. When you're like, absolutely I'm feeling anxious right now. When you own it, it goes away because you're owning it. You're taking ownership, accountability, responsibility in a positive way. Like, hell yeah, I'm doing that. I'm like, in the same way that you're feeling happy. You're like, hell yeah, I'm feeling happy. Then be like, hell yeah, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling depressed. You know, it's a very distinction between pushing resistance and acceptance and integration. So it's not that you are those negative things, but you are accepting that you are a multidimensional being. So you're not an angry person, you're not depressed as a person, but you experience those emotions from time to time. You are a happy and loving person. The more that you accept that you are the creator of your own reality is the more ease you will find in all of these processes, because you recognize everyone is you. Everything outside of you is a reflection. So there's nothing to get worked up about, because you're just interacting with yourself. That's it. So why do we need to get worked up about all of this? Because we believe that the illusion is real. But you're the one who's creating it, and you are unconditionally supported in doing so. So if you want to create a negative illusion, you can do that. You are so lovingly supported that you can create a I am not loved, I am unworthy life. So since it's all up to you and in your control, define the negative in a positive way. That's really how you accept the now and integrate the now so that you can move forward, is by defining what you're going through as in a positive way. Like I was saying, defining it as, this is where I'm supposed to be. Everything is perfectly happening as it is right now. It's all an orchestration, everything in a timely manner, etc. So like you can sit there and you can say, this stuck feeling in my life is my higher self guiding me. It's good that I'm feeling stuck in life right now and directionless. And, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's good, because that's a message telling me that I'm doing something I'm not really moving in the direction I should be. I'm kind of, hitting my head against a wall and kind of, insisting on listening to my physical mind going in a direction that I think I need to be, instead of listening to my higher self through excitement. Because that's how your higher self is going to communicate to you, through excitement. And then your physical mind gets in the way and but then there's reality, and we gotta get real, and we gotta think about how real that is, because the probabilities and such. But I know you have the capability of getting to the life that you want. It can be intense because the path is through your triggers, and sometimes your triggers can be so very intense. But you gotta recognize the job of a belief system is to get you to continue to buy into it. So when you're most triggered to move forward and act on your joy, when you're most intensely feeling that unworthiness, that fear in yourself, is when you are closest to letting it go and moving on and being a new person. Because the belief, its job is to get you to continue to believe in it. But the belief, it knows you're about to let it go, so it's doing everything in its power to get you to go back into it, to go back into that reality where it seems so real. It seems so true that you're not good enough. See, because I'll give you an example right now. On Halloween, I went out with some friends and we went to see one of my friends DJ. And I'll tell you what, I'm not perfect when it comes to talking to girls, all right? I have I'm not going to list the excuses, okay? But I have a belief that says, basically, I'm not good enough. And that gets activated. So, there was a girl who came up and talked to me in the middle of, all the dancing. And I could tell she wanted me to talk to her back. But what did I do? I didn't. I bought into the fear. I felt the trigger. The negative belief was being activated, that I wasn't good enough, and that, these, I gotta earn their favor, or I'm not good enough, or whatever. All those, I'm unworthy feelings being activated, and I bought back into it. I did. I didn't choose to be who I really was, which is confidence and, powerful, just energy, just presence, centeredness. And so that's a real life example of how, the belief system gets you to continue to be the old version of you. And so to get to more of who you are, you just got to choose love. You got to not think of yourself in the way that negative emotion is coming from. It's telling you, here's the belief system you got to let go of. And so many of us, like me, in that moment, at night, in that club, I thought it was real. I so strongly believed it was genuinely a true fact that I wasn't good enough. That's why I didn't act when I wanted to act. So, do you see how easy it is to believe in your power? It is. And the only way you would think that it's not easy or it's going to take some time is, that's just a belief. Again, it's a negative belief telling you, oh, it's going to take time to heal. It's going to take time to let go of me. Do you see how it continues to perpetuate itself by telling you it takes time to heal, to let go? Nah. You are good enough. You are sexy. You are confident. You are whole. You are complete. You are abundant. You are rich. You are love. You are loved. You are everything beautiful. Now truly believe that, and don't harp on yourself when you're not perfect at it. That's the whole point of this physical experience. So just stop feeding those negative beliefs as much as you can. Starve it. Starve it. The best way to kill something is to starve it, to give it no attention, no energy, no words, to not talk about it, to not think about it. It doesn't even exist. Starve it of your energy. And sooner than you know it, you're going to be living a life of pure joy. Now again, I'm Nathan, your excitement and fulfillment coach, so if this content resonates with you, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.